You feel that technology has made businesses more efficient to the point where you can pay more for them?
Well, I'm sure technology has made more efficient, and if I thought otherwise, I'd be afraid to say so with Bill sitting next to me. But a lot of things in business, including maybe much of technology, really has the same effect as if you went to a parade and the band started coming down the street and all of a sudden you stood up on tiptoe. I mean, in another 30 seconds, everybody would be on tiptoe. You know, it'd be hell on your legs and you wouldn't be seeing any better. And there is that aspect to business, that there's a self-neutralizing aspect. Now, Bill, tell them how much technology you'll make for them.
No, I think there's definitely a lift, a one-time lift, where you go from not using technology well to using it well, particularly if U.S. companies are doing that better than their competitors outside the United States. And so you get all this ability to communicate, and so you get global scale in a lot of businesses that wouldn't have had it before. If you look at the really big earners in that, who are generating this 20% return on equity, a lot of them are companies like Coke or Microsoft or Boeing or GE, which are going to that worldwide marketplace. And I know every one of those has been helped by technology. But that cannot explain why 10 years from now they'd be getting that type of return on equity. There's something almost certainly ephemeral about current conditions.
Capitalism tends to be self-neutralizing in terms of improvements, but that's marvelous because it means we've got better everything than we could have otherwise. But the real trick is to stand up on tiptoe and not have anyone notice it. I mean, if you can do that, then you do very well. Yeah.
Bill, Warren, the world is becoming a much smaller place, both in technology and in finance. How do you see yourselves as businessmen taking your businesses globally, and how do you view that individually as a person?
Well, I've got an easier answer, so I'll let Bill think while I give the easy answer. We don't do it directly. I mean, our two largest commitments are Coke and Gillette, and Coke has 80% of their earnings coming from abroad, and it'll be larger in the future. Gillette has 2/3 of their earnings coming from abroad, and that'll be larger in the future. So they are participating in a worldwide improvement in living, and they'll continue to participate. So we do it by piggybacking them, and I can sit in Omaha, you know, and let Doug Ivester at Coke fly all over the world and do a tremendous job doing it. Bill has to get out there and do it for Microsoft, and I'll let him tell you how.
One great thing about our business is it is global. That what do you need in a spreadsheet? About the same thing in Korea and Egypt as you need in the United States. And the PC standard is a global standard. We have to do some adaptation for the local languages, and that's a fun part of our business, understanding bi-directional languages and the large alphabets that you have in Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. And over the years, we've gotten very, very good at that. In fact, our market share is much higher outside the United States than it is inside the United States, because it's relatively hard to set up subsidiaries, understand local conditions, local distribution, and relationships. And so since most of our competitors are in the U.S. and aren't as good at doing international business, we thrive even better in these other countries. Most of our growth will come from outside the United States. The United States will get to the point where it's largely a replacement market. Most homes and business desktops will have PCs. Now, that doesn't mean they won't replace them, that they won't want better software that can see, listen, and learn. But outside the U.S., we still have that early slope phenomena. So it's very much a global business.
When you think about it, many of you are probably too young to remember with clarity. Anyway, 15 years ago, this country almost had an inferiority complex about its ability to compete in the world. And you know, and with software and the whole development of the computer, now the rest of the world is looking to us, and Bill has played a big part in that. I mean, he has contributed in a major way to a change in our attitude about this country and the world's attitude about this country.